Good job, Bubba. Good job, buddy, huh? You're looking good these days, huh? You know, maybe what we're going to have to do, Bubba, you know, since it's getting, like, Maurice is losing his hair a little bit, too. Should we do a comb over? What do you think? Nah, I like the spikes. We'll get him some gel.
We're hanging in overtime! We're hanging in overtime! We're hanging in overtime!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1, drop!
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, come on. That's pretty good. All right, we got the Mammoth tonight. Won a couple of games in a row. That's nice. You know what I want. I want a nice, long, not leisurely. I like a lice. A lice? I don't have lice. I got a bald head. I want a win streak. That's what I'm trying to say. What do you want? It's a late game. I take a nap before the game. Then I do the member stream. My body doesn't know whether it's going to sleep or waking up. It doesn't matter. We got Bubba and Ed. Bubba! Good job, Bubba. We're going to do the right thing tonight, right? Okay? You see that number? You see that? That's the max. Maximum. Utah's in the playoff spot. Florida is not. But we're hanging in. We've hung in. We've hung in. Unless there's a disaster here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, at some point we're going to get Chucky back, and we will have hung in long enough before he comes back. The lineup is pretty much the same. I'm very interested to see now. We kind of found our game a little bit there at the end of the homestand, okay? We got down 4-1. All of a sudden, we busted back. We started winning games. That's good. But now I want to see them bring this on the road. Since the very first road trip of this season, I've been looking at this team with the side eye on the road going, this ain't right, because we're supposed to be better on the road. So I at least want to see the same energy on the road that we've been given at home the last couple of games. And it ain't going to get any easier this week. We got Utah. Then we got to play Colorado tomorrow, even later. And then Saturday night are the Stars. So, and then we have the Lightning on Monday. So out of those 8 games, give me 5 points. That's minimum. It's minimum. Give me 5 of those 8 points. Keep pace. Don't do anything stupid. Bubba. It's not all his fault, but somebody's got to take the fall. All right, Panthers. Let's go. All right, so 1-1 after one good period of play. Panthers doing what they've been doing, which is, well, not recently, but they've been giving up some breakaways over the course of the season. Utah definitely was watching some film and saw something, because 3 or 4 times they're entering the zone using the stretch pass, and it's worked every single time. They had a breakaway on a change where they got behind us. Bubba couldn't make the save. Gave them a 1-0 lead. And then right here, about 40 seconds left in the period, who else but Carter Daddy Verhage with, I don't know, 5th goal since his wife had the kid. So good stuff there. We just took a penalty right before the end of the period. It was supposedly high sticking on Bolquist. They didn't show it, so I don't know. Greer went down the tunnel, so hopefully he's okay. But there was only like 30 seconds left in the period, so maybe he just had to take a leak. I'm not, you know what, I can't praise the goalie in the middle of the game. However, Bubba, come on, bro, come on. Like, it was a breakaway. It was a breakaway. But a save would be nice. We had just hit the post, and Utah changed, and the guy's all alone in the zone. We got to fix these stretch passes, because they found a hole in the defense somewhere. So it's 1-1, but it's sketchy. It's sketchy. All right, let's move on to second period. Well, there we go. It's 3-3 after 2. I don't have an answer for you, because I know the question you have is why can't we hold a 2-goal lead? And what I don't understand is in any subject in life, pick a subject that you've struggled with. By the 3rd, 4th, 5th time that you've struggled with something, I'm going to assume that you've really started working on solutions and really started to focus in on, when presented with that situation again, making sure don't do this thing again. And yet, we get a 2-goal lead, 10 seconds. Did the 2-goal lead last 10 seconds? A breakaway, Bob couldn't stop it. And, you know, breakaways, it's one of those things I always talk about where it's like, it's not the goalie's fault it was a breakaway. You'd like to see a save, right? Game 5 against Boston, right? Bobrovsky saves the season with the breakaway with Marchand. You can't expect it every time. To me, my number is 50%, which probably is high, but we've allowed 2 breakaways. I'd like to see a save on 1. I think that's fair. But he's also made a half dozen other saves that the puck should have been in the back of the net. So it all comes out even in the wash. And it's just maddening, inconsistent. We're pinching too much. But earlier in the season, when we weren't pinching, we were losing. So it's weird because we've clearly sacrificed defense to try to get some extra offense. But what I was talking about on the stream is that we're scoring less than we were at this point last year, but we've also allowed fewer goals than we did at this point last year. I know it feels like, oh my God, the defense is bad and Bob and all this, but we've allowed fewer goals at this point than we had last year at this point. It just feels different. And don't forget, a lot of the goals we've given up this year are empty nets. A lot. So it's 3-3 on the road against Utah, who's a good team. And if we can get this sucker to overtime, you know, I wanted 5 of the 8 points. You'd like to get 2 on a road game where you were up by 2 goals. But at the same point, Utah's at home, right? If we were at home against Utah down 3-1, we would expect the Panthers to come back. So we'll move on. But I have a feeling, in fact, I'll take overtime at this point. At this point, I'll secure the point and see what happens in overtime. Bubba. We need a Bubba. We need a Bubba. Bubba. And that's even better. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 points. Nice road win. Did I say nice? Good job, Bubba. Good job, buddy, huh? You're looking good these days, huh? You know, maybe what we're going to have to do, Bubba, you know, since it's getting, like, Maurice is losing his hair a little bit, too. Should we do a comb over? What do you think? Nah, I like the spikes. We'll get him some gel. Maybe that'll work out. So, beautiful. I love it. We blow the 2-goal lead, and I was just saying get the point, just like secure the point. At one point, we were out shooting them 13-1 in the 3rd period, and Bubba, excellent job. Like I said in the other period, Bubba. So what we see on the ice, the top 6 is really settling in now. You got Lundell, Luostarinen, Lundell, Luostarinen, and Reinhart. Lundell with the game winner, just winning draw after draw after draw. And how many times have we seen Barkov do that for us? In important moments, late in games with draws, just win a draw. So that was really nice to see. We finally got paid off for all the hard work we did in the 3rd period there. The Bennett with Verhaeghe Marchand line, they continue to be on fire. Marchand, with about a minute and a half left, hit the post, or he would have had the game winner. So you could kind of sniff that it was coming. Now, Samoskevich, unfortunately, has a really bad case of Verhaeghe-itis. He's playing good hockey. He's getting assists. kind of the same way Verhaeghe was. He was playing good, just the puck won't go in. And so that's okay. There's always one guy in the team that's in that kind of a slump. Rodriguez is looking good out there. And the fourth line doesn't screw it up. It's not Nosek, Gadjevich, and Greer. It's not going to be until it's Nosek, Gadjevich, and Greer. But let those guys rest. Not Greer. Obviously, he's on the ice. Now, defensively, the Forsling-Ekblad pair, we won the game. They're having some issues within their own zone. They're on the ice a lot of times for the breakaways. It's not necessarily all their fault, but they have not been a black hole from which all offense dies this year. Jones, I thought, has looked good, and Bilinskis took the one penalty tonight, but I don't remember at all tonight going, damn it, Bilinskis, or damn it, Petrie, so we'll take it. Just a good overall road game. You hate to blow the lead, but with Utah being at home, they're going to come back and they're going to do what they did and tie the game up. And they had some chances. They did have one more breakaway. A game like tonight is what I'm saying when I say I'm not concerned about Bobrovsky. Especially gave up 3 goals, 2 of them on breakaways. So it's generally speaking the toughest saves other than those he's making. He was seeing the puck really, really well tonight. And what I really like to see was what we talked about at the beginning of the game, which was on the road, bringing the home game, bringing how we had been playing at home onto the road. We hadn't done that really yet this season in a really good complete game. These are complete games that we're playing. I know we gave up the 2 little goals. I got a stink bug on the camera, and it's getting ready to walk. It might walk on the lens. If it walks on the lens, that's going to be the intro. Let's see. Where's he going? You're going to make a left or you're going to make a right, buddy? He's walking straight. He's walking straight. He's walking up. He's walking over to the flash now. Where are you going? He's not going to walk onto the lens. Damn it. So we were hoping we were on a hat trick watch for Bennett because I was going to throw the hat, and that didn't happen. He got close a couple of times, and everybody looks good. We've really settled in now. Now, my assumption would be if we continue playing like this, when Tkachuk comes back, you would just, at that point, go Rodriguez with Tkachuk and Samoskevich, and this move Greer back down. I don't think, knowing Maurice the way I do, as you guys know, I'm very good at predicting what Maurice is going to do by suggesting he do the opposite of what he eventually does. So if I say this is what Maurice should do, he's going to do the opposite. But in this case, I think I might have it right. I know Maurice doesn't like to change the lines as much as possible. In other words, when one guy comes back from injury or one guy gets injured, he tries to disturb as few lines as possible. So I would think if we're playing well like this, even though you wouldn't technically think it's Tkachuk as a third line guy, I don't think he'll blow anything up because you'd still be ending up at that point. You're not going to take Lundell and Lusteron. You're not going to undo that. You're not going to put Tkachuk with them. That's not going to really do anything good. And we know Tkachuk and Samoskevich had played well before with Bennett. So I think when Chucky comes back, you're just going to have that be the third line. And it would kind of it would serve 2 purposes. Number one, you ease Chucky in. You don't have to just throw him out there for 19, 20 minutes a night right off the bat. There's no reason to do that. And number 2, you could eventually start playing that third line a little bit more, a few more minutes each night, especially with Samoskevich and his young, fresh legs out there. So it could take a little bit of pressure off of, how many minutes Marchand is playing, Bennett, Verhaeghe. Some of these guys have played a lot of hockey. So that would be my assumption of how it's going to go. Now, of course, at some point, we'll hit a bump on the road and we'll get into a slump, and Maurice might move things back around to have Bennett with Tkachuk and Samoskevich. But for now, things are good. we're what's that, 3 in a row with points in 4 straight, and we really look more like ourselves. It's not going to look exactly the way we would want it to be without Barkov especially, but the energy is back, the tenacity is back, the defense is not quite still what we're accustomed to, but Kulikov being out is having an effect. It's not just the bottom pair. How many times have we seen there be a half of a pair out there where maybe Ekblad and Forsling, only one of them got off and Kulikov's on, and Kulikov stays out there and takes, 30, 45 seconds extra on that shift with the top guys, or even with Mikula or Jones. Kulikov plays a lot of important minutes. It's not like a situation with Petrie where you're just like hiding him on the bottom pair and getting him the hell off the ice. So that, to me, is playing a role in some of the defensive liabilities. But then again, we've still given up less goals at this point now than we had last year, even though it feels like the defense has been worse. Goals is all that matters. How many goals you're giving up. I don't think we were giving up as many breakaways last year as we are this year. But tonight, a lot of shots for both teams. I think we were both over 30. I think we had about 35. You could see it from the beginning of the game. It was everybody had their energy. We just had 2 nights off. And so everything looks good. Now, there we go. We got Colorado tomorrow. Tarasov will be in net. I would assume that the rest of the lineup is going to be the same. And that's going to do it. I love it. I love it. I love getting 2 points in games like this. And it's about time, because we've lost some points late in the games, you know what I mean, by giving up goals. And so this really felt good tonight to get that goal with less than a minute left. Hard work gets paid off. Lundell puts it in short side, and that's going to do it. So I will see you all tomorrow at noon, and then we'll be live, the member stream. I do a members stream, pre-game stream before each game. So the game starts at 9:30. So about 8:30, 8:45, I'll be live for that. All right, nice, big, fat, juicy, frozen 2 points. It's cold in here, but I'll take the 2 points.